ICE didn't just conduct a simple raid. They shut down an entire Walmart Supercenter in one of the most dramatic workplace crackdowns we've seen in years. This wasn't about a few arrests. It was a strategic, large-scale operation targeting more than 800 undocumented workers allegedly using fake identities and hired through third-party contractors. The sweep shocked the operation and revealed a much deeper problem.
Border Patrol apprehended non-U.S. citizens outside of Walmart.
He was trying to help.
Adrian Martinez's mother spoke with Fox 11 and said her son was arrested for trying to help those getting apprehended.
He was telling them, leave him alone, he's just working.
The narrative right now is just a U.S. citizen was arrested for no reason, but that subject punched 2 agents.
We're talking about hundreds of individuals taken into custody in broad daylight, one of the largest ICE workplace enforcement actions in recent history. And these weren't just people who overstayed visas. Some had prior deportations, criminal backgrounds, and connections to known gangs. What began as a local probe has now escalated into a full-blown federal investigation.
ICE's spokesperson says Davy Molina Pena was in the country illegally from Venezuela. They claim Molina Pena fled from agents on July 7th, running into the Walmart at Coors and I-40, leading them to tase him.
All the ICE people was there. They couldn't run. They couldn't say anything.
The raid unfolded just after sunrise. ICE agents surrounded the parking lot, sealed off exits, and intercepted employees as they arrived. No one saw it coming. Some described the scene as traumatic, while others welcomed it as a long overdue return to law and order in a place that had gone unchecked for far too long.
Scary right now. Nobody want to come to war.
Well, I would argue just yesterday we were doing some roving patrols. Subjects that we encountered was an illegal alien who back in 2015 had sexual intercourse with a minor under 16.
ICE later revealed that several of those arrested had serious criminal records, including charges like sexual assault and identity theft. And these aren't isolated cases. When illegal hiring is ignored, it invites far more than just forged documents. What's even more alarming, some of those taken into custody had already been deported multiple times, and yet managed to return, re-enter the system, and secure jobs again without raising red flags. This highlights a failure far beyond just the border. It's a breakdown at every level.
For us to help notify families because they might have little kids or something.
Tell your kids what you do when you tuck them in tonight, that you take families. You take people away from their families. Why don't you let them know what you do at night? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sir, keep moving. That's it. You're blocking.
They probably don't tell their kids that they take children away from their families. You are.
How did hundreds of undocumented workers end up employed by a major U.S. retailer? The answer: unchecked contractors, fake identities, and a lack of oversight. Walmart has denied any direct involvement. But this isn't the first time something like this has happened, and it likely won't be the last.
Could say it was an ICE raid, but an ICE spokesperson said agents from Homeland Security and the IRS were executing a federal court-authorized search warrant. ICE alleges that in the process, 14 non-U.S. citizens were taken into custody for immigration violations. Denise Arguerto with United to Serve Norristown disputes that number, claiming 23 immigrants were detained. The group said its rapid response team began monitoring the situation early Wednesday morning after spotting unmarked law enforcement vehicles in the parking lot around 7 a.m.
We can see the pattern, they get together in one parking lot all together.
ICE has expanded the scope of its investigation beyond this single Walmart. Several other companies are now under the microscope for using similar shady hiring practices, third-party contractors, false documents, and no regulation. The Walmart Supercenter remains temporarily closed for a full audit, showing this isn't just about one location. It's an exposure of an entire system.
We're actually going in to restrooms. They're also even going in through the back areas where it's employees only.
The Ontario Police Department also showed up.
The law in California says that we don't want our tax dollars to go into these federal enforcement of ICE immigration. And so we're concerned that if Ontario PD actually got involved, that could be a violation.
The Ontario Police Department says it showed up to assist federal agents who asked for help after they said someone threw coffee in an agent's face.
Locals were stunned, not just by the number of arrests, but by the sheer magnitude of the operation. Some reports suggest at least one employee stepped forward to support the raid, recognizing the need for action.
And high between anti-ICE protesters and Walmart employees on Sunday. Around 100 demonstrators gathered in front of the Walmart by Coors and I-40.
Among the public response, one Walmart worker spoke out, echoing what many in the community were thinking. Go IC, go home. Not everyone is buying into the narrative of victimhood. Some see it as justice being served.
But one Walmart employee didn't agree with the protests.
Out of the 800-plus individuals detained, many now face immediate deportation. Their criminal records, forged documents, and proof of identity fraud qualify them for expedited removal. And this is just the beginning.
One Walmart employee didn't agree with the protests.
Go ICE! Go! Deport them all!
Federal officials have confirmed more operations like this are on the way. The aim? To break apart illegal hiring networks and hold employers accountable. Every fake ID represents a stolen identity, and behind that are real victims.
Civil warrant in hand, ICE and its federal partners executed the largest workplace enforcement operation in Nebraska.
We did execute a civil search warrant here at this location for personnel from Glen Valley Foods that were using fake IDs, fraudulent IDs.
Individuals who ICE claims are here illegally were removed from their workplace. Many scattered when officials arrived and were hiding in freezers that hit sub-zero temperatures. EMTs were on hand and checked nearly every individual out to ensure that they were okay. One man hid in a wall compartment and refused to come out even with a canine on hand. Officers say that man pulled box cutters on agents. The district attorney tells us that he will be charged with assault on a federal officer.
These aren't just technical violations. These are crimes that affect real lives. Taking away jobs from lawful citizens, damaging communities, and putting national security at risk. It's a ripple effect few are talking about, but ICE just made it impossible to ignore.
The many working for him were pulling the wool over his eyes by using the identities of U.S. citizens. Eventually has to rehire his entire workforce, and he's worried about the business suffering.
We have customers that are counting on us to get our product out to them.
When ICE is allowed to act without political interference, we begin to see just how widespread this problem really is. One operation uncovers layers of abuse and negligence that have been hidden for years.
ICE arrested David Lazo Alvarenga June 12th in Houston for entering the country illegally from El Salvador. ICE also arrested Jose Mesa, who they say illegally entered the U.S. 4 times and was convicted of sexual assault of a minor.
It's not just about the workers anymore. Some businesses are knowingly hiring undocumented labor to save money and avoid regulations. And as we've now seen, ICE is no longer turning a blind eye.
Asylum seekers in San Antonio were seen crying and begging for help as they were led away in handcuffs. 2 Department of Homeland Security officials tell CBS News ICE is asking immigration judges across the country to dismiss the court cases of certain migrants so the agency can arrest them once their hearings end and place them in a fast-track deportation process known as expedited removal. Outside a Miami courthouse, this migrant in cuffs says in Spanish,